Hello, everyone. I wasn't in a mood to talk earlier. It took me a while to get started today. Um, we were only gone 3 days in Kissimmee. We only had one full day there. It wore us out. I mean, totally wore us out. I mean, I wasn't physically fit to do what we were doing anyway. Um, but it was at least 90. Got up to like 90. It got in the mid 90s on Friday. It was really, really hot. It was humid. It was sunny, and I don't know if you can tell, most of it's kind of gone down, but I wore sunscreen. In fact, I almost always have sunscreen on 24/7. I got too much sun yesterday, and I had a hat on a good part of the time. But when I was talking live, I'd usually take my hat off. But yeah, my forehead, you could tell a little bit. Surprisingly, I didn't get hardly any on my neck, which I usually do. And I got quite a bit on my arms. But thank heavens I had sunscreen on because I would have really burned. But we weren't even out all that long. I mean, we just totally wore out. Danny wasn't feeling good yesterday at all. Of course, part of that is he had a little bit too much to drink the night before and didn't eat dinner and, that kind of stuff. But the heat and the humidity, even though he works in it all the time, for some reason, standing in the sun, because he totally stands in the sun a lot. I totally, for the most part, didn't. I have the tripod. Most of the time I sat over by the pond waiting to watch birds that really never showed up. They didn't have any babies. They hardly had any there at all. We watched a couple. So I was disappointed that way. Friday, the fountain wasn't even on. And we usually get a little bit of water coming from the fountain, just blowing on us. Nothing. It was bad. We didn't stay for the last Amtrak train doesn't get there until about 7 o'clock. If it's not late. If it's late, it's can be an hour and a half late. With the traffic in Kissimmee, where we are, and going through Poinciana is Orlando type traffic. It's really bad. They've not been able to keep up with. They just don't have enough room for everybody. But so we left early. We left after the first train, and the first train was about an hour late. And it still took us. It used to take us about an hour and 20 minutes to get there. It took us almost 2 hours to get home yesterday because it was traffic up until even when we got on what I call the back roads. There was still a lot of traffic, and there has been. I felt like January when the snowbirds are here. But anyway, it's taken me all day I didn't feel like talking. I didn't actually, after the little bit yesterday morning where I was really in a talkative mood, and then I did a few short ones when just throughout the day, but I was just so overly everything that I just didn't feel like talking. And then this morning, I got up at 10 o'clock. Danny had late field, so we got to sleep in. Although sleeping in, he was up, I'm not really sure how long he was up. He was up really late. And I kept going from the couch to the bed, depending on where he was, because when he takes a bath and shaves, and he'll spend more time in there than I ever thought I would. But he'll go in there and get the bath water ready, and then he'll leave because the bath water is too hot for him to get into. So about an hour and a half later, he comes back in to take his bath. If he takes his bath at all, because a lot of times he falls asleep. But, if I'm in the bedroom, when he comes in like that, I wake up, and he usually goes to the bathroom and just all that stuff. But he leaves the door in the bathroom just open enough. I get the lights. I hear everything. Half the time when he walks in, he doesn't think that I'm there. And if I don't have the fan on, he turns the lights on. You know, and if I have the fan on, of course, the light's off, and well, you know, and I usually have the fan on. But anyway, I went from the bed to the couch, depending on where he was, for like 4 hours last night. Typical. And he kept getting, you know, the cat was wanting so much attention. Well, baby girl was wanting attention before she left. She acts like she is in heat. I mean, the sound's totally different, and she's been fixed. And the sounds are totally different, but she's needing that kind of attention, or the monthly attention, or just she's being female. But she's driving us crazy. I mean, she tends to drive me crazy anyway, but she's been just right there. And of course, when we're gone, and we were only gone a little bit this time, she acts like we were gone for years and years and years, you know. And I'm rambling, and this is already over 6 minutes, and I'm never gonna be able to upload it. Sitting in here, it's about, I have to go look, about 8:30. Danny ought to be calling off, actually, in about a minute. Oh, he ought to be calling off right now. So if the radio goes up, starts talking, it's going to be Danny calling off. Actually, it won't be him calling off. It'll be Tommy, because Danny's in the ranger station. So, but anyway, somebody should be getting on the radio anytime to be calling off. And it's getting dark out. And I'm just sitting here waiting for Danny to get home. I need to get up and get his tea going. But about 7 minutes, I'm out of here. Love you. Bye.